Guys, it's I don't know, third or fourth day of spring, and I'm just making sure I got everything I need for today's task at hand, which is heading down to my farm, going to my brother's house, getting him driving up in the fields. We got to finish clearing our killer food plot area that we started cutting a bunch of trees down to open up the canopy to get more light to a couple weeks ago. We shared that video with you here on the YouTube channel. We're gonna clear that stuff that we cut down. There's that one big tree that we want to clear a bunch more limbs to open up the canopy a little bit more and get the whole plot cleared. I got the leaf blower to clear that. Got some small trimming tools from Easy Cut and whatnot to trim off some overhanging stuff. And then next week we're going to be doing a frost seed. So we're going to be putting down the new crop duster from Killer Food Plots along with some resurrection clover, and that's going to get some growth going in there, building up the soil as the thaw starts, and have some stuff going so when spring turkey starts we can add to the collection of tail feathers here along with beards. So, alright, I think I got everything. I just gotta make sure I turn lights off because, like my wife says, do we own stock in PPL? And I always say no, unless you do. And she's like, well, then we need to turn the lights off. So, you ready, Sadie? Come on. Alright, guys, well, there's Zeus. That's Zeus. Come on, Sadie. Alright, well, we're gonna go inside and get another cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna drive down, get my brother, and we're gonna go up in the back. And it's cold, it's windy, there's snow on the ground up here at my house, but I think down the valley where the farm is, it's just cold and windy, no snow. So, alright guys, I'm gonna head in the house. I'll see you down the farm. Gotta make coffee to take with me. Alright guys, well, I'm down at my brother's. He's just throwing his chainsaw in the back, so we have two saws that we can be cutting up everything and get the work done as quick as we can because it's very windy out today. But we want to get this done and get out of here and have it ready, and when the seed comes in we'll go back, we'll do our frost seed, let it go. We'll throw a trail camera up in the back there after we do, once we have the seed down, to keep an eye on things and how things are coming, and be good to go from there. So it's a good day to get out and work because we're plotting for wildlife here, plotting with the Percys. My buddy Nick, love those guys. They're great people at Killer Food Plots, and they know their stuff. This is our second year now planting, and we're excited for this year. We're doing this is a new thing. Last year we didn't do this. We did not do a frost seeding, so we're getting ready to do something new to help the food plot even more, and that's a frost seeding. So we're getting set to make this food plot even better in year 2. And hopefully we do everything like Nick tells us to. We'll have some green growing by the start of turkey season here. Well, we're up here at our food plot. This is our second video, David, that we're sharing with you of plotting for deer, whatever you want to call it, plotting with the Percies, as Nick says it, on their one Facebook page, that we're working on our food plot here that David and I cleared last year. We shared in the last video all the work we did last year and what we found that we needed to do for this year, mainly with opening up the canopy to get more sunlight into this food plot. So we cut a lot of trees down the last time we were up a couple weeks ago. You guys gave us a great response on that video. And what we're up here to do today is the stuff that we cut down, we've got to finish clearing it. We've got a couple more things to trim on the one big tree to open the canopy up just a little bit more, maybe some edge stuff. But we got to get it all cleared, and then we're going to blow all the leaves and everything off of it, because then next week we've got the brand new crop duster seed coming from Killer Food Plots, along with some resurrection clover, and we're going to be doing a frost seeding here. And the idea with the frost seeding, Dave, is one is to put stuff down that's going to have some growth coming. So by our start of turkey season, we should be seeing some 4 to 6 inch growth of green here that'll be drawing these turkey in. But also, it's building the soil up for us.
You're putting nitrogen back into the soil. The clover puts a lot of nitrogen into the soil, so we'll have that little bit of a buffer come time when it's time to fertilize.
Right.
So hopefully we won't have to put as much fertilizer into the ground.
Right, because we still got to do our soil test.
Yes.
Which we'll be getting that soil test kit probably in May. We'll be doing a soil test, sending that back to the lab at Killer Food Plots. And then we'll get the results. We'll talk with Nick as to what we need to put down as far as minerals and lime and fertilizer. Get that done. We'll probably disc this before we're ready to plant, because we're going to be buying a new disc for behind the quads this spring. And then once we get that disc, we'll put down what blends we're going to be putting down here. We're going to discuss that with Nick a little bit further. We'll see how this stuff comes up, and then that'll be our spring plotting. That'll get us through the summer, and then we're going to be doing a fall plotting that'll get us into the late season and deer season in that.
Yes.
So we got a lot of work to do here, guys. We're going to get right to it. It's cold, it's windy. You can hear the wind whipping right now, but we got to get it done because no one else is going to do it. So we're going to share it with you. We'll take you along. We're going to film it, show you what we're doing here. We'll stop every now and then to tell you why, and we'll go from there. Well, we just took a little break. We've been cutting quite a bit. Saws ran out of gas, so we had to gas them back up. But we've got, I'd say we got a lot of the stuff that we cut down last time, David,
It's just that
cut up.
one-
We got that one
bigger one.
that one bigger one we got to cut up yet. And what we're doing too is we're actually, not only are we working on a food plot for the deer, the turkey, but we're also creating some habitat for us to have a little bit of fun in the late seasons with the rabbits.
Yep.
Because all the tops of these trees that we cut down, we're piling them up, and we'll show you them. We've got one big pile over here, one big pile over there, and that's going to, as it breaks itself down as we go through the summer and whatnot, and it gets heavy, that's going to create good little areas for these rabbits to hide in.
Oh, yeah.
And after, we don't do a lot of small game during deer season because we're so focused
Right.
on hunting deer, but after deer season is done, it's fun to get out here with the shotguns, walk the farm. I mean, this past year,
Well, you had a good season.
I came back. I wanted Brett to come back with me, and he didn't want to get out of bed. And I think I killed 5 squirrels that day and 4 rabbits. My vest was so heavy. I said, that's it. I'm not worried about getting my 6th squirrel. But we have a lot of fun back here when it comes to the small game, and we're creating habitat for everything here. So that's what we want to do. But we're taking a little coffee break, a little drink break. But we're gonna head back to work here because we got a lot to do yet before we get out of here and get ready to frost seed. So.
Like here's the whole farm.
Yeah.
And it breaks everybody's land up once it updates here.
Well, hey guys, we're David's showing Dad
Here, see, look at
where
look.
the boundaries
So
are up
here's-
here on
there's
Onyx. Kind of giving them a quick
There's
Onyx
Dennis's,
hunt 101.
Stevens.
But
there's
we've
yours.
gotten a lot cleared here. We've got
There's Sam
some
Maryland's.
logs that we got to stack up here now.
Right,
And
so
then
all that, you can see
we just
everybody's
got some
property.
limbs to trim off of this one big tree yet.
Properties.
And once
No,
we
Aunt
get that
Marilyn
done, we're gonna take the
See
blower
how it's
and blow this clear,
so here.
Farm.
and we'll be ready to frost seed.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Yep.
we're gonna go back to using Onyx here and teach Dad how to use Onyx, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yep. All right, so what we're gonna do here is Dennis is trimming that one dead limb off there right now that he just dropped right on me. And we have 2 limbs that we want to take off this tree. One's coming out off to the side, like over my left shoulder here, and the other one's going out right over top of where we made that brush pile for rabbits. So what we want to do is we want to take those out. That's going to open up a big hole in here, let more sunlight in. And hopefully that's all we have to take off this tree.
And once we get done with that, if it looks pretty good as far as, you know, more sunlight, I don't know, maybe right there we could take that one hanging over, because that one looks like it'll open it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's got a split in it there too, so if we take it
There's
right
that
off
one,
it,
and there's a little one right above it.
Yeah.
If we take those 2 off, that should help that upper part of the plot.
Yep.
And then we can clear this and we should be done. All right, guys. Well, we got 2 big limbs off of that tree. Not without a minor casualty. The ladder slipped on me when I was up on the tree when the limb came down, and I came crashing down. Thankfully, I'm sore, but nothing's broken.
but it kind of gave both of us a little bit of a scare there. Probably not the smartest thing to do what we did, but thank God I'm okay. David did everything he could to hold the tree, to hold the ladder, and he said it was like slow motion watching me go.
Yep.
But I'm sore, a little bit of ibuprofen and a hot shower and rest, I'll be fine. But we got the plot pretty much cleared of all the trees that we cut down.
Yeah,
So
now
we're gonna throw the backpack leaf blower on, and we'll clear this of all the leaves and extra debris, and then we're done. We'll be out of here ready to frost seed.
Yep.
So. All right, Dave. Well, it looks pretty good.
You see ground?
Yeah, we can see ground. We cleaned it up pretty good. We definitely put more sunlight to the floor of the...
The true tale will be when the leaves come out.
Yeah, I mean, these trees up in the upper part here, we're gonna have some issues with, but...
Up in here.
Yeah. We may have to eventually do some more pruning as we see how this helps, but it's a work in progress for sure. It's definitely a lot more open than it was last year.
Oh God, yeah.
And you know, I think we're gonna see a big difference.
Oh, you definitely see a difference.
You know, as to how the food plot comes up. So, all right, guys. Well, we've got the big part done. Everything's moved. We got some small limbs that we're gonna probably have to touch up at some point, but for right now, we're ready to do a frost seed next week when our stuff arrives from Killer Food Plots. So we're gonna pack up and get out of here. I hope you enjoyed the video. There comes the limb. And here comes the wind. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like we said, we're gonna take you along as we're working at the food plot here, and we'll also show you the other food plots that we're working on here in Pennsylvania. They're not real big. They're no bigger than this, most of them. These are about 0.2 acres, and the biggest one is about 0.4.
Yeah.
So these are kill plots. The big fields out in front of us here will have soybean in them again this year, so that's fine. But I'm excited, and I'm sure David is too. We've been putting a lot of time into this. We got a little bit of the oats that are coming up from this past fall that we overseeded, so that'll provide some green. The turkeys will definitely be in here now that we cleared this. There were a lot of deer tracks in here for sure. So we're gonna pack up and get going, but hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions on what we're doing or how we do our food plots here, put it in the description below. If we don't have the answer, Killer Food Plots will, and we'll get that from them to share with you. Please take a look at all the links in the description down below to the partners, and there's some great discount codes that you can save some money on some really cool products from Altera, Raptor Razor, Insights Hunting, and Killer Food Plots. So take advantage of those, and please hit the subscribe button. We appreciate your support. Ring that bell so you're notified every time we post a new video here at Bout Huntin's YouTube channel. And until next time, guys, we're getting out of here because we're pretty beat up today. We're gonna go get some lunch and enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see you guys next time somewhere in the hunting woods. Ready?
Yep.